Well, hello. Welcome to Like Isaiah with my deep radio voice. Isn't it low? You like that baritone? And this video is going to be dedicated to the black sheeps of the family. Are you the black sheep of your family? Well, guess what? So am I. It's actually something that I kind of wear as a badge of honor, to be honest. A black sheep is regarded as someone different. Typically, they are the ones that like disgrace the family name. I don't think my situation is that drastic to where I'm a disgrace. I'm definitely different, and my path was a lot different than my siblings. If you don't know, I'm the youngest and the only boy out of four, and I'm gay, and I'm single with no kids. They are, of course, women with families, and they are married. Not saying that that doesn't bring on problems in its own. I'm sure it's tons of problems with, being married, and especially when you have a family. I'm so thankful that I didn't go that route, because to me, the thought of dealing with life with kids is kind of ugh. If you didn't know, I'm going the child-free route. Don't plan on having any kids. Another reason why I'm the black sheep. Now, nobody ever said to me in my family, no one, in terms of my sisters, they never made me feel any different or anything like that. But it's obviously a case of one of these things is not like the other. And plus, I was a mama's boy. I stayed in the house the longest. I quickly learned that the issues that I was going to face was going to be way different. Being as most of the issues I was facing, I would be facing them alone. My sisters, they got married in their early 20s. They got married really early. But not even with my sisters, even with my cousins, I was always the black sheep. I grew up with my male cousins and female cousins and stuff like that. But even within, I was kind of with my male cousins, I was the odd guy out in a sense, because they were obviously hormonal and liking teenage girls, and I was hormonal and liking boys, and they were more masculine and I was not as masculine. So, I always and often found myself kind of being the different one. Which like I said, I didn't think about it then and in that moment, but yeah, I was always the different one. And even one of my cousins pointed out one time. I remember we were teenagers, so kids say the damnedest things, they say the darndest things. So he was I trying to go back that far, but I think I was maybe 12, 13, 11, somewhere in that age range, and we went out or whatever. And they're talking about girls and stuff like that, and then he made a reference. He was like, "Well, and you, Isaiah, because you the ugliest, you the ugly one." You can imagine feeling like the ugly duckling and being the black sheep all at the same time, right? Isn't that something? This is quite a double whammy. And I mean, this is just a message to all of my other black sheeps out there. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, and I wouldn't change anything about who I am and how I grew up and the challenges that I face and still facing right now. Well, I would change a few things about the challenges that I'm facing right now, if we're being fucking honest. But it's given me a sort of independence and self-confidence that I can't even explain. I can't even explain. And people, especially if you're black and you gay and you're a boy and you're an ugly duckling and you're a black sheep, you pretty much you know what it's like to do it alone. And it gives you a confidence and reassurance in yourself. It gives you a confidence and reassurance in yourself, because you already have so much against you. You already have so much against you, and you already have so many strays coming your way. I would say my experience growing up as a ugly duckling black sheep, it was overall pretty positive. It was overall, I mean, there were some things that were annoying, some things I would change, some things that I wish would have been different and could be different. But I love me. I love who I'm becoming, because as time goes on, I'm realizing I'm not, I may be a black sheep, but I'm not ugly. But what about you guys? Tell me about your experiences being the black sheep of the family. Do you feel like you are a disappointment? Sometimes I feel that way. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I feel that way. I feel that way more times than I would like to admit. But do you feel that way? In terms of with your family, not society and your life, do you just kind of feel you had so much expectations. We had high hopes for you. But that's all I'm gonna say. Let me know you guys' experiences. I think if it was positive or if it wasn't so positive, I would love to know what you went through your mind growing up as the black sheep of the family. Do you feel like you're a disappointment? I don't know. I feel like my biggest disappointment maybe comes from like the religious side of things because my mind and my thought process is very different now. Not like I said, if you watch my last video, it's not something I'm abandoning, but I'm doing a lot of side eyeing to a lot of different people and a lot of different views and a lot of different things that have been said. But I'm gonna go. Come on, my underdogs, my black sheeps, where you at? Let's talk. All right, this little cute little lighthearted video. Let's go. All I gotta say is dance it like Isaiah.
Will you be